Hi everyone, my name is Kari. I'm head of sales at Dossier. Imagine that you're responsible for a hospital like this, a hospital with thousands of employees. How do you know that all those employees has the right qualifications? What about the continuous change going on? How do you know if they're still qualified tomorrow or in a year from now? When we started working with hospitals, we were really interested in these questions. We wanted to know what kind of solution do they use to ensure the competence for their employees. What we found at all hospitals, where they use something called a learning management solution, the LMS. They organize their classroom training and their e-learning in them. But does attending a classroom course or completing an e-learning course make you qualified to take care of patients? Luckily, there are lots of other training activities used to ensure employees are qualified. For example, side-by-side training, supervision, mentoring. But what solution does hospital use to track and follow up all these activities? This is what we found. This picture is from the university hospital at Haukeland. They use paper binders and Excel files. And in those binders and files, there were actually large amounts of very interesting data. For example, who can use what kind of medical devices? What kind of training activities have they performed? When? And which colleagues supervised them? We thought this was really interesting, and we started to develop a digital solution to improve the processes of managing competency at hospitals. Today, Dossier is in use by many hospitals across the Nordics. Here are some updated numbers. But how does it work? Okay, I don't get this movie to play from here. I'll just explain you. All employees has an app, and with this app, they can fill out what kind of training they have done. They can fill out checklist. They can send it to. They can send. Wait, see if. Aha, now it starts. So they search for their training activities, and in this case, it's Åsa, who is looking to fill out the checklist. So she ticks off the activities she has done in the checklist. She will also need to say when she completed it, and she will need to find the right supervisor. So this is also filling out one requirement. The managers, they all have dashboards where they can follow up on the progress of their employees. The supervisor has the same. So in this case, with Åsa, somebody would probably be yellow, so that they could see that they needed to sign off a requirement that Åsa had fulfilled. But finally, but not least, the management has access to all those data that were former in the paper binders as analytics, so they can see the competency of their entire organization and analyze them. So if you're responsible for ensuring competencies in hospitals with thousands of employees, come talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please
Yes.
stay. We have a few questions from the panel.
Yes, so I understand. Are you really a startup company, or do you have revenues?
We have revenues.
A lot?
Some.
You
Our
could be
numbers are public.
you could be a startup in this sector for many years. So my question was regarding the competency management tool itself. Is that based on self-assessment as whether I have that competencies, or do I have a supervisor that needs to sign off that I have it?
In hospitals, a lot of requirements actually needs to be signed off. If the quality system requires it, you need to document that you've done things. So some things might be a self-assessment, and that's okay to just fill out you did it. But others, again, needs to be signed off, not only maybe by a manager or maybe by a supervisor or by a colleague.
Thank you very much. Kari?